IndeBalance is a new app that will transform bike share rebalancing prioritization in Philadelphia. Currently under development, this app will be used by Indigo employees to better plan for rebalancing needs at Philadelphia's approximately 130 bike share stations. Particularly around peak travel times, the number of bikes at a given station can change quickly, so an ability to anticipate trips in the near future will help ensure that stations remain in use throughout the day, every day. Indigo's bike share system went live in April 2015 with an initial count of 60 stations and 600 bikes. Today, it has more than doubled in size, with 130 stations and 1,300 bikes, although they're still mostly concentrated in Center City and University City. Although Indigo already has a public app that gives you live information about bike and dot counts by station, dispatchers will now be able to predict future needs and plan their routes accordingly. Under the existing system, dispatchers look at current counts to determine where rebalancing needs to happen, directing the operations team that physically goes out to move the bikes. However, they have to use vans that navigate through congested city streets. By creating a tool that will help these vans be routed more efficiently, the operations team will be able to spend less time in the field, saving on gas and improving Indigo's reliability for users. With stations consistently in proper service with both available bikes and available docks, Indigo will be better equipped to attract and retain customers. The app works by showing each driver a personalized map of the stations under their purview. It then allows them to view priority stations through a list view as well as on the map. In addition to the predicted trip numbers, the app also selects routes based on a truck's capacity to take on additional bikes, ensuring that a driver doesn't only pick up bikes, without also redistributing others to stations that are running low. Drivers check stations off as they reach them, as this will help build additional data for future versions of the app. Turning to the modeling approach, OLS regression is used to build this model, which is built using data from August 14th to August 20th, 2017. A dependent variable of outgoing trips by station and by hour was selected. This was done both for clarity of interpretation and because it created a model with a much lower error value than one using net change in bikes as the dependent variable. A total of more than 40 spatial and temporal variables are associated with each of these trips. Spatial predictors include distance-based variables like the distance to City Hall or to SEPTA stations, variables related to building characteristics like the average or the maximum building height within a quarter-mile radius, and variables related to land vacancy, including data from Philadelphia's Office of Property Assessment, as well as from the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society's Land Care Program. Additional variables include whether a trip took place during rush hour, whether humidity levels were above or below the week's average during the time of the trip, and whether the trip was within or outside of a quarter-mile distance from SEPTA stations or train stations. Two additional variables that are especially powerful are the number of outgoing trips in the previous hour at a given station and the number of outgoing trips in the previous 24 hours for that station. IndeBalance 2.0 will look to incorporate a joint spatio-temporal lag variable, looking, for instance, at the average number of trips at the 3 nearest stations in the previous hour. Testing the model on data from the Monday and Saturday of the following week shows that it captures overall trends well, although it underpredicts trips on both test days with a mean absolute error of 1.036 by station hour. Even though this app tracks likely change by hour, it's not currently synced with live data from the Indigo app, which would enable it to alert operators if a station that's already imbalanced continues to move in that direction. The most important next steps, however, are to train the model in a longer period of time and to add additional, more nuanced variables, like a temporal lag that distinguishes between weekdays and weekends, for example. Stay tuned for next steps. IndeBalance is getting ready to transform Indigo's bike rebalancing program, making the city of Philadelphia a leader in bike share system innovation. Thank you.